Close your eyes for a moment. Picture this: a young man, barely 23, stands outside a grand hotel in Shimla, heart pounding, hoping for a simple clerk's job. But a stern guard, judging his humble clothes, won't even let him in. Can you imagine the frustration? The feeling of being dismissed just for your looks? Now, open your eyes. That young man, Mohan Singh Oberoi, would not only one day own that very hotel but go on to build India's most iconic and luxurious hotel empire, the Oberoi Group, an empire known globally for its unmatched elegance and service. This isn't just a rags to riches story, it's a masterclass in ambition, courage, and the sheer power of never giving up. How did an ordinary boy from a small village, facing great poverty and many problems, rise to become a global hotel legend? What were the secrets behind his amazing vision and strong success? And how can you use these very lessons to change your own life and control your own future? Get ready to discover the hidden story behind the beautiful Oberoi hotels. And as we travel through this amazing life, you'll naturally get better at English listening and learn new words. Let's start this life-changing story. Mohan Singh Oberoi was born in 1897 in a small village in Punjab, British India. His life began with a big sadness. When he was only 6 months old, his father died because of a sickness. So, his mother had to raise him alone, and they faced very deep poverty. Their life was a daily struggle just to live, a very different life from the rich hotels he would later create. Even with hard times, his mother wanted Mohan to get an education. This taught him early on how important learning was. When he was just 16, a brave young Mohan moved to Lahore, a busy city, to study at DAV College. Here, two very important things happened that changed his future. First, because he knew how important it was, he worked very hard to learn to speak English well. He knew English was the key to getting bigger chances in British India. Second, he found a part-time job at a shoe factory. This was not just any job, it was his first real training in business. Mohan didn't just work, he learned everything. He spent many hours learning every small detail of shoe design and how they made shoes. He was so dedicated and smart that he quickly moved up. He started as a simple worker, then became a supervisor, and very soon, he was the manager of the factory. For a young man who had known only poverty, this felt like his life was finally stable and successful. But fate had a different plan. By 1919, there were huge protests all over India against the British Rowlatt Act. This big problem hurt many businesses across the country. The shoe factory, like many others, tried hard but sadly had to close down in 1922. So, overnight, Mohan lost his job. He was without work and faced a very scary and unsure future. This time, being jobless was one of the hardest parts of Mohan's life. He had married Ishran Devi in 1918, and they now had a young daughter. The big responsibility of supporting his family weighed heavily on him. But in this very hard time, Mohan found his strongest support, his wife, Ishran Devi. While many might have broken down, Ishran Devi stood by him like a bright light of strong faith and emotional power. She didn't just feel sorry for him, she gave him strength. She always reminded him of his skills, and her belief in him kept his spirit going when he felt weak. Her quiet strength during these difficult times was truly the unseen base of his future empire. This powerful support from his wife helped Mohan keep his dreams alive, even when things looked bad. Because he needed work so much, Mohan made a big decision: he would try his luck in Shimla. In the summer, Shimla was the beautiful summer capital for the British in India. Many important officers, rich people, and tourists came there. It was a perfect place to find a job, a small light of hope in his dark world. But Shimla tested him right away. His very first job interview there ended in rejection. Feeling sad, he walked around and then, he saw it, the Cecil, Shimla's grandest and most exclusive hotel. He stood there, a young man in simple clothes, watching important guests walk easily through its beautiful doors, and the perfectly dressed staff moving purposefully. He felt the problem of his own looks, the hidden wall. A weaker person might have given up, but not Mohan. He made a strong promise to himself: he would not leave Shimla until he got a job at the Cecil. He took a deep breath and walked confidently towards the entrance. Just as he thought, the hotel guard, looking at his simple clothes, stopped him at the gate. Mohan didn't argue. He simply waited. He waited outside the hotel, watching, learning, until the hotel manager finally came out. Taking his one chance, Mohan walked directly to the manager, looked him straight in the eye, and with perfect calmness and the clear English he had worked so hard to learn, he asked, "I am looking for a job, sir. Do you have a vacancy at the Cecil?" Mohan's confidence and good English impressed the manager very much. The very next day, Mohan Singh Oberoi, the young man once stopped at the gate, started his new life as a clerk at the Cecil, earning 50 rupees a month. This moment was not just getting a job, it was the first small crack in the wall of his future, a way into the world he was meant to conquer. At the Cecil, Mohan's first job seemed very ordinary, managing coal supply and checking stock. But Mohan always looked for better ways to do things. He saw that a lot of coal dust was wasted. With a clever mind, he suggested a simple but brilliant idea: making slow-burning dust balls from the coal dust. These balls were cheaper and could keep the boilers warm all night. This saved the hotel a lot of money. This small idea showed how naturally good at business he was. Besides saving money, Mohan's skills in typing and shorthand were very useful. He started helping the manager with papers and letters. The manager saw how hardworking and skilled Mohan was, and soon promoted him to guest clerk, giving him more money too. This new job was important because it put him directly in touch with the hotel's important guests. At the Cecil, Ms. Oberoi became a secret student of luxury and good service. He carefully watched how VIP guests behaved, what they liked, and what they expected. He also did other jobs, like being a cashier, which helped him talk more with guests. By 1925, he was an expert at dealing with important people and understood everything about running a hotel. Around this time, Mr. Clark, the Cecil's manager, decided to buy his own hotel. He bought a 50-room hotel in Shimla and named it Clark's Hotel. Mr. Clark knew Mohan understood hotels very well. So, he offered Mohan a big chance, not just a job, but a partnership. Mohan would get a small share of the hotel's profits. This was a very important turning point for Mohan. As a partner, Mohan took full control of Clark's Hotel. He quickly started making big changes. He personally made sure the hotel was renovated, especially making the bar much better, which made it popular with young British officers. Mohan didn't just wait for guests, he personally invited British officers and gave them special, personal services that they remembered. And behind the scenes, his dedicated wife, Ishran Devi, made sure everything was perfect. She personally went to the market to buy all the hotel supplies, making sure the quality, quantity, and price were all good. Their hard work together quickly showed results. In just a few months, Clark's Hotel's rooms were 80% full. This was double what it was before. It was a great success story, built on new ideas, personal care, and strong dedication. Just when Clark's Hotel was doing so well, a big problem came up that could take everything away from Mohan. Mr. Clark's wife became very sick, and he sadly decided to sell the hotel for 20,000 rupees and go back to England. Mohan was very sad. After all his hard work, the hotel's future was unclear, and he didn't have enough money to buy it himself. This was a moment that could have made anyone give up hope. But it showed the amazing strong bond between Mohan and Ishran Devi. In a truly amazing act of support, Ishran Devi made a big sacrifice. She sold her own valuable jewelry to help get the money. But even with that, they still didn't have enough. So, Mohan took a very big risk. He borrowed money from a moneylender in his village with a very high interest rate. It was a huge risk. If he failed, he would not only lose everything but also be in great debt. But Mohan strongly believed that his hard work and the hotel's profits would help him pay back the loan. At the age of 34, Mohan Singh Oberoi officially became the only owner of Clark's Hotel. It was a moment of great victory, but it also came with a very big debt. So, Mohan and Ishran Devi worked even harder than before. They lived very simply and carefully, putting all the money they earned back into the hotel to make it better. Their hard work was amazing. Their discipline and endless work paid off wonderfully. In just 2 years, they not only successfully managed and grew the hotel but also paid back the entire loan. This was more than just a business win, it was a personal triumph over problems and debt. It showed everyone that he was a very smart and trustworthy businessman. Mohan's success was not just from hard work, his excellent English communication skills were also very important. His good English helped him impress managers, connect with important guests, and work well in the British-run business world with confidence. Even today, speaking English well is super important for jobs and making connections globally, so his story is very helpful for your learning too. But Mohan was not happy with just owning a 50-room hotel in Shimla. He had much bigger dreams. He wanted to build a whole empire of hotels. Mohan's next big goal was the bustling city of Calcutta, now Kolkata. When he heard about an opportunity there, he made a bold and visionary move. He stepped away from the successful Clark's Hotel in Shimla, not because it wasn't doing well, but because he had set his sights on something far bigger. Mohan decided to lease the iconic Grand Hotel in Calcutta for 8,000 Indian rupees per month, an enormous sum at the time. To do this, he took another loan and risked everything. It wasn't just business, it was a leap of faith. A leap that would change the face of Indian hospitality forever. But this new hotel in Calcutta came with a terrible problem. Its reputation was very bad. Why? Because the hotel's water had infection, and some guests got typhoid. Sadly, 6 people even died. When Mohan took over, he even had doubts. He wondered if he had made a wrong decision, especially because the hotel building itself was in very bad shape. However, Mohan didn't panic. He quickly put together a team for renovation. He immediately focused on the biggest problem, the water system. He decided to change all the old pipes and tanks in the hotel. He built a new plumbing system to completely fix the problem from its root. This showed his commitment to guest safety and quality. To fix the hotel's bad name, Mohan started new, strict rules for hygiene. Every morning, he would personally inspect his staff, checking their nails, hair, and uniforms. He also smartly approached the hotel's old staff because they knew the hotel and its culture better than anyone. He believed their knowledge was valuable. Slowly, word spread among the people of Calcutta. This hotel was now clean and safe. Within 2 years, the hotel's bookings went up again, showing his great effort had worked. But then, another big problem hit the world, World War II. Calcutta became an army base, and there was a huge need for places for soldiers to stay. The government wanted to take over Mohan's hotel for the army. Mohan knew that if he lost control of his hotel, he would drown in debt. So, he bravely went to a British general. Mohan told the general, "Sir, if the army manages the food and stay for the soldiers, it will cost you 12 rupees per soldier per day. I can manage everything for only 10 rupees per soldier." This meant huge savings for the army. Luckily, the general agreed to the deal. But now, Mohan had to run the hotel profitably while making the costs extremely low. Mohan used his genius. He removed all the luxurious furniture and items and carefully stored them away. He replaced them with cheap but strong furniture. Even the king-size beds were removed and replaced with simple camp cots. All fancy services were stopped and replaced with basic ones. To get as many soldiers as possible, he put beds everywhere he could. Even corridors and courtyards were turned into dormitories. The hotel, which normally held 1,400 people, now held 4,000 soldiers. This meant a huge income of 40,000 rupees every day. With these smart plans, Mohan had earned millions of rupees by 1945. After the war, the Grand Hotel was opened again for normal customers. After the huge success of the Grand Hotel, Mohan had a bigger dream than ever before. He wanted to own his own hotel chain across all of India. So, he decided to acquire Associated Hotels of India, AHI. AHI owned 8 of the most luxurious hotels across India, and guess what? Shimla's Cecil Hotel, the very hotel where he was once stopped at the gate, was one of them. Over time, AHI's management had become weak, and some of their hotels were losing money. Mohan saw this as a golden opportunity. He started buying AHI shares strategically with all his profits, piece by piece, over time. He didn't rush. He was patient and smart. Eventually, he managed to acquire a controlling stake in AHI. This meant he now owned the company. Suddenly, Mohan was the owner of 8 of India's most luxurious hotels, and yes, that included the Cecil Hotel. The place where he was once denied entry was now his. This was a true full-circle moment, a powerful example of how far vision and hard work can take you. But Mohan's mind had only one goal: to make his hotels even better than international hotels. And to achieve this, he had an amazing master plan. In 1952, he planned a world tour. His purpose was to deeply study the biggest and best hotels around the globe, to learn their secrets of excellence. Mohan Singh Oberoi's amazing life story shows the incredible power of a person's spirit and big dreams. His journey is a strong reminder that where you start in life does not decide your future. It's your big dream, your strong mindset, your hard work that never stops, and your bravery to take smart risks that truly shape what your future will be. Here are some timeless, life-changing lessons from his amazing journey that you can use in your own life today. Point number 1. Start small, dream big. He began as a clerk rejected at a hotel gate. Never think your small start will stop your big dreams. Every giant journey begins with one strong, first step. Point number 2. See chances and problems, where others saw only difficulties: a closed factory, an old hotel, a huge debt, a hotel with a bad name. Ms. Oberoi saw chances. Train your mind to find solutions and good things in every problem. 3. Strong belief and clear vision. He had a very strong belief in his dreams, even when others doubted him. A clear dream that you keep thinking about is your most powerful tool. It guides every choice and brings success. 4. Always aim for the best service. Whatever you do, always try for the highest quality. Give real value and perfect service. This builds a good name and success that lasts. Point number 5. People are your greatest asset. He knew his team and his network were his biggest strength. Build good relationships, help others grow, and work together. This leads to success for everyone. 6. Never give up. Resilience. Problems will always come. Ms. Oberoi faced many sad times: losing his father, losing his job, being rejected, a contaminated hotel, World War II. His ability to come back stronger, learn from problems, and keep going is the main secret to his long-term success. Your power to not give up shows how truly strong you are. Point number 7. Be a master strategist. He sold a good hotel for a better opportunity, took huge risks, solved major crises with clever plans, and bought shares bit by bit to gain control. Think deeply and plan smartly for your goals. MS Oberoi passed away in 2002 at the amazing age of 103, leaving behind a big, successful global hotel business. His story is a real example of how your mind's power, with strong belief and smart actions, can make even the most impossible dreams real. Just like we learned about the subconscious mind, his constant focus on his big dream helped him build his empire. And remember, his choice to learn and master English was a golden key that opened doors, impressed important people, and helped him talk and lead on a global level. The incredible story of Rai Bahadur MS Oberoi clearly shows what is possible when you refuse to let where you started stop you. It teaches us about big dreams, being honest, and having strong belief in yourself and your team. Now, ask yourself, what is your big dream? What empire, big or small, are you ready to build in your life? Let MS Oberoi's amazing journey inspire you to dream bigger, work smarter, and promise yourself that you will never give up on your dreams. If this powerful story has deeply inspired you and also helped you learn more English, then make sure to smash that subscribe button on Speak Smart English channel. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss another life-changing video. And tell me in the comments below, what's the biggest lesson you're taking from MS Oberoi's life that you'll use in your own future? Thank you for watching, and remember, your vision, your hard work, your great future starts today. Go out there and build it.